Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are painting a beautiful Ferris wheel against a gleaming sunset sky. For that, I'm using 4-inch canvas board, different size brushes and some acrylic paints. The colors are medium magenta, cadmium orange, portrait pink, black, white and yellow. Now for the best part, laying down the background. I am applying blobs of medium magenta and portrait pink directly onto the canvas, and then adding cadmium orange towards the bottom. This part is so satisfying. Let me know in the comments, do you like applying blobs of paint too, or do you prefer mixing on a palette first? Now I'm using a flat brush to blend everything smoothly. Starting with orange at the bottom, then transitioning into portrait pink, and finally magenta at the top. The key here is to work quickly while the paint is still wet so the colors mix seamlessly. Blending the colors has to be one of my favorite parts. It's so satisfying to watch the colors meld together. Do you enjoy blending or do you find it tricky? Well, blending can take a little practice, but don't worry if it's not perfect on the first try. You can always go back and layer more paint to adjust the gradient. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Ovia. I create easy and relaxing painting tutorials. So if you're enjoying this, make sure to subscribe for more. And if you like sunset paintings, I've done another tutorial you might like. Check it out in the iCard above or the description below. I really like how these colors have blended together. The transition is so smooth and the sunset effect is really coming to life, isn't it? Once the background is completely dry, I'm using black paint and a round brush to create a mountain silhouette at the bottom. I'm keeping it simple, just soft, uneven peaks to give the distant landscape feel. You don't need to overthink this part. Mountains are naturally irregular, so just go with the flow. Next, I'm using a round brush to paint the sun. I'm placing it slightly off center to create a balanced composition. I start with a base of cadmium yellow, then lightly blend in some white to make it glow. Then using the same round brush, I'm adding a few wispy clouds. These little details really help bring the sky to life. You do not have to do it exactly like mine. It's your canvas, so just do it your way. Now comes the fun but main part, the Ferris wheel. I'm using a fine detail brush and black paint to carefully paint the main circle. If you find it tricky to freehand, you can lightly sketch it out with a pencil first. Once the main circle is done, I'm adding two smaller supporting circles inside, then connecting everything with straight lines to form the structure. Think of it like a bicycle wheel. Each line radiates from the center to create the classic Ferris wheel shape. To make things easier, I actually sketched some of the details with a pen before painting. This helps guide the brush and keeps the structure neat. If you're nervous about painting straight lines, you can use a roller or a thin liner brush for better control. I like how the Ferris wheel structure starts to take shape with each line. The key is to space them out evenly so it looks balanced. Take your time with this part and go in slowly. There is no rush, just enjoy the process and have fun with it. Even if the lines aren't perfectly even, that's totally fine. It all comes together in the end, so just keep going and enjoy painting. Now let's add the little gondolas where people would sit. I'm using the fine detail brush to paint small curved shapes along the outer edge of the wheel. I start at the bottom and work my way up, making sure they're evenly spaced. Again, these don't have to be perfect, just a few small rounded rectangles to give the illusion of seeds. If you want, you can even add tiny highlights with white paint to give them a bit of dimension. Now I'm adding the connecting lines between the gondolas and the circles inside. These lines act as the support beams, giving the structure its classic look. To complete the scene, I'm adding a few tiny birds flying in the distance. Using the same fine detail brush and black paint, I'm painting small, simple V-shapes. And voila! If you enjoyed this tutorial as much as I enjoyed creating it, make sure to like, subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any future videos. See you in the next one. Bye!